This is part 2 of how to AI-proof your online coaching business or mastermind. So today I'm going to be sharing the exact marketing and systems that I'm using and that I recommend to clients. If you are an online coach or consultant, a paid mastermind is the smartest way to scale your online business for freedom. I'm Ellie Swift. Welcome to the side of the internet that teaches you exactly how to do that as someone who's made more than $4 million running masterminds with retention rates that average 80% plus. A word of warning. This is for the discerning coach with skills and expertise who wants to have an amazing business and lifestyle and help their clients get great results. If that's you, let's go. Hello, Mastermind fam. This is part 2 of how to AI-proof your online coaching business and mastermind. Now, if you haven't already, I highly recommend jumping back and watching or listening to part 1, which we're going to link for you in the show notes and below. Today, we're going to dive into the marketing and the systems that I recommend you use to AI-proof your coaching business and mastermind in 2026 onwards. So in part 1, we talked about what we're doing for our mindset and for our strategy. Now, what I want to dive into is what we want to be prioritizing in our marketing, and I'm going to go into systems in just a moment. So here's what I see people getting wrong. They look at their marketing and they think, the only way that I can win now is if I outproduce AI, which is really the entire wrong way to think about this. It's a losing battle. You're never going to outproduce AI. Instead, what you really want to do is market the things that AI cannot replicate at scale. So what can't AI replicate? It can't replicate your lived experience and your industry judgment, also known as your thought leadership. That means that your number one goal with your marketing is to own your thought leadership and your personal brand. A really practical example of this is this exact video. I'm not reading a script that's generated by AI. I'm sharing my own perspective based on what I see working in this industry every single day, helping hundreds of coaches scale and start masterminds. AI can't replicate your or my unique story. So when I trained as a life coach, my mentor, Julie Parker, taught me this concept that I come back to time and time again. She calls it your onlyness. Your onlyness is a combination of your skills, your lived experience, your life. It's something that only you have. Now, when I look at the coaching industry more broadly right now, the biggest advantage I know my clients have that most people don't is this. They're building businesses based around their onlyness. There are a lot of coaches out there that are teaching things like marketing, sales, visibility, simply because they learned it from another coach and they're now replicating that process. So let's just call it what it is for a second. This is where coaching gets a really bad reputation. It starts to feel like an MLM. But if you're listening this far, I can almost guarantee that's not you. It's not my clients and my students either. They're selling masterminds and other coaching offers based on their own lived experience and their own signature frameworks, their onlyness. And when you create content from that place, you stand out. Let me give you a really concrete example of this. My client, Tori, has an incredible mastermind that she scaled last year. She doubled, if not tripled, her monthly recurring revenue by doing one thing exceptionally well. She got radically clear on what makes her insanely unique. She supports regional Australian business owners to become recognized regional experts and scale to multi-six figures. So she told more stories about being a regional business owner, the challenges people outside of city areas and in regional areas actually have, her experience, her client results through her lens. And what do you know? The data showed us that this was the content that did 2 things better than anything else. It grew her audience and it generated the most sales. That's what AI-proof marketing actually looks like. So we're going to finish up this episode by talking about the systems that you need inside your coaching business. Okay, so to kick off this part of the episode, I wanted to do something cool and share some words from my incredible client friend and global leader in AI, Dr. Nici Sweaney. Now, Dr. Nici is global leader in ethical AI, equity, and governance. She's got 20 years in science and strategy. She's advised 100 plus organizations on AI adoption, shaped national policy, and served as a senior fellow for the AI for Developing Countries Forum. She's also founder of her brand called AI Her Way. She blends innovation with impact, making ethical AI inclusive and empowering for businesses like yours and mine. So I asked Dr. Nici to share exactly what she thinks is coming and what she recommends specifically to coaches. You're going to want to listen to this.
that wants to remain competitive and successful in 2026 and beyond because of the impact of AI is that they're going to need to do two things. The first is they're going to need to leverage AI to take away as much of the repetitive, mundane work as possible so that they have time, space, and more resources. This is not just a productivity hack. The actual reason why you want to do this is because AI is going to change every industry. It's going to change how humans spend their time. It's going to change what it actually means to be a human. So in order to be successful, you're going to need to remain adaptive, creative, and innovative and have lots of time and space to try new things so that you continue to stand out. So that's the first one. The second one there is that you're going to need to use AI to help you deliver your products. So what's going to happen in our consumer base is they are going to get used to things happening instantaneously, right? It's the same reason we don't watch TV with commercials anymore because we've all got Netflix and we're used to that. So AI is going to make things so fast that everyone will expect that. And as a coach, you want to implement AI so that you collapse the time between someone learning something and your student being able to implement it. So leverage tools like chatbots, mini SaaS products, 24/7 AI assistants, clones of yourself, of your frameworks, click and play guidelines and templates and bots that actually implement all of your wonderful teaching into your clients' programs and businesses, because that's what's going to set you apart and that's what's going to keep them coming back for more.
You're going to need to be adaptive and innovative. You're going to need to use AI to help you deliver your product. Okay, so let's talk about some of those key points that Nici raised in more detail. First of all, you're going to need to be adaptive and innovative. Here's what that means for your systems specifically. Literally everything that you can automate in your business, automate it. I'm being so much more discerning and ruthless than I've ever been about the areas of my business that I don't need to do myself and that my team also doesn't need to do. This is taking that old 4 quadrants that we know and love of do, delete, delegate, defer to a whole other level. If it doesn't either help create a bespoke high-touch experience or help create a unique personal brand, it is being systemized, whether that's through team, systems, AI agents, or chatbots. So let me give you some examples of this inside our own business. So we're going to be automating more of our customer service, more of our lead generation than we ever have, and more parts of our sales process. The way that I think about this is that the more we do this, the more we can then innovate and serve our clients more and better. The second piece that Dr. Nici spoke to was using AI to help deliver your products, especially knowing that your clients are going to expect that you can move faster. A really great way to assess this for yourself is to make an inventory list of exactly how you spend your time each week. Run that through ChatGPT. Spot the patterns. How much time do you spend in delivery for your clients? And what are the main tasks that you're doing in delivery? Then you can ask yourself, how can I make this faster for myself? What parts of this can I incorporate and use AI for? I'm going to give you another example. We do bespoke strategies for our clients within our mastermind. We also have a Delphi bot that's trained completely on all of my IP. So I use that software as a brainstorm partner to help me ideate, create, and strategize faster. It's kind of like I'm using my IP on double speed. Okay, so as a final note here, think about your business more as repeat systems that you can run again and again and again. Funnels on evergreen, launches that have continuous flow, evergreen product delivery. Getting out of that start and stop thinking and processes in your business is going to help you continue to move so much faster without you suddenly needing to work 80 hours a week to make it happen. If you want to get ahead of what's actually working for Masterminds heading into 2026, I've put together a brand new resource for you. It's called the 5 Main Strategies to Sell Out Your Mastermind in 2026. You can grab it via the show notes or the link below, or just head on over direct to ellieswift.com/mastermind 2026. And if you're listening to this beyond 2026 or later this year, you'll be redirected to our latest freebie instead. See you next week.